my beautiful people. Welcome back to I Felt Lazy. So, here's just a vlog on a bunch of random shit I'm watching. So, I'm here to talk about some more modern cartoons that I saw. These are both brand new shows. Both are Warner Discovery shows, so they might not exist in a month. And both are adult cartoons, so they very much will not exist in a couple weeks. And both of these were also very poorly advertised to the point where one of them, the trailer was straight up released the day before the first episode premiered on HBOMAX, which is bullshit. It's not how you promote a show. You're basically asking for it to fail. So the first show I want to talk about is Adult Swim's Royal Crackers. The film is about the sons of a wealthy owner of a dying down cracker company called Royal Crackers. Our main character, the family man who really seeming to become big up and comer, the new CEO once his dad finally dies. And we also get his brother who was the lead singer of a failed metal band that was only popular in the 90s called Taint, who's currently just living off of his success from over 25 years ago, and who also might get up into his father's company because he's just that likable a guy. I do not like these characters in the slightest. Absolutely none of them are likable. Like, I know they're supposed to be assholes and you're not really supposed to root for them, but you can make a show where the main characters are a bunch of assholes and still have it be likable. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the prime example of this. But a lot of adult animation in particular thinks that as long as the main characters are assholes, that substitutes for good comedy writing. Because apparently they saw like 2 or 3 gags of the characters being dicks to each other in Family Guy and thought, this is how the entire adult animation industry should work from this point forward. And not the fact that Family Guy and South Park had other jokes outside of fuck you, Meg. And it's not that funny, really. I can only really think of one joke that got me laughing, and that was a joke in the first episode where the family's accountant accidentally uses the dad's will as toilet paper, and he's talking very seriously like, I needed something to read, so I grabbed your will, and when I went to wipe, I got the toilet paper and the will confused, and I wiped with the will. That got me laughing. That I thought was really funny. And in episode 2, there was a bit of a nice moment where Gilbert Gottfried showed up. And Gilbert Gottfried, whenever he shows up, as long as he's not singing, it's great. Like, highlighted the episode. But for those of you who don't remember, Gilbert Gottfried passed away about a year ago, and this was one of his final performances. And the character also dies in the episode, very heartfelt-esque. And at the very end of the episode, text on the screen says, "Thank you, Gilbert." And that got to the feels, not because I was attached to the character, but because I was attached to Gilbert Gottfried and his line of work and his humor and everything he's done throughout his career. And that would have got me emotional even if Gilbert Gottfried was playing Fred Fox in The Angry Video Game Nerd. So Royal Crackers is a very run-of-the-mill adult animated sitcom. It's not particularly funny, not too offensive. It's very by the numbers. The animation is nothing to run home about. The characters are mid. It's a very forgettable series. I'm having trouble recapping what I saw of the series to you for this video because it's just such a forgettable show. Absolutely nothing really sticks out from it. So that's just about it for Royal Crackers. Now let's go on to another alright series that I didn't get to watch as much of, but in my defense, Warner Brothers didn't really promote this show being well, and that was HBO Max's Fired on Mars. The premise for this show is actually pretty cool. So there's like this business going on Mars. Everyone is there for a purpose. Everyone has a job to do. And our main character gets laid off from that job. And so he is stuck on Mars with absolutely nothing to do. Now that is a fun premise. Is it a fun premise for a whole TV show, though? That's what I want to know, because I only really had time to watch the pilot, and the pilot I thought was pretty interesting. Like, it's literally just our main character, who I think his name is Jeff. Like, he's trying to find purpose in his life, seeing what he can do, seeing what types of jobs he can do on Mars, because he's literally stuck there. They won't send him back to Earth. He's stuck on Mars. And he has nothing to do outside of just binge watch old 80s cartoons. Which, that sounds like a fun time, but it is a pretty fun, unique premise. Also, Pete Davidson's in the show for some reason. The show was based off of a short film from 2016 that was also called Fired on Mars. And maybe this premise would have worked better just as a short film or even just a film in general. I don't think this concept of a guy who gets fired while he's working on Mars is enough to justify a whole ass TV show out of it. There are currently 4 episodes out. I've only had time to watch one for this video, but if any of those episodes justify the show's premise being a TV show, please let me know. Otherwise, what I saw was alright. The animation was nothing much to write home about. It was better than Royal Crackers, I'll tell you that. But it definitely looked a lot cleaner, a lot smoother. But the movements felt very limiting. It wasn't very impressive animation, is what I'm trying to say. Very limited movements. Well-designed characters, though. They just don't really move a whole lot. Don't really take advantage of the medium very much. And judging by this first episode, it easily could have been a live-action series. But overall, I'd say Fired on Mars, at least judging by the first episode, is an alright series, and I might give the rest of the show a shot. I do think that it's a little bullshit that HBO Max decided that the day before the series premiered was the right time to release the trailer and to announce that the show was even happening in the first place. Because HBO Max have been doing this a lot lately, where they announce that they're gonna make a show, or they just don't do that at all, and they just drop a show with zero marketing at all, barely even a trailer. Like, I remember that infamous, like, the second official trailer. The official trailer for Velma was released the same week the show came out. Like, so this is even true with the popular shows. Like, thankfully they're changing that with Gremlin's Secret of the Mogwai, which that trailer came out a couple weeks ago, and the show is coming out in the end of May, so still a bit of a short gap. Usually a trailer should be released a couple months before something is released. Not a month, but step in the right direction, HBO Max. But, like, seriously, are you wanting your show to fail? Just advertise it, you dumb fucks. Why do you think the show failed so much? You didn't put any ads in it. I don't see anybody on Twitter talking about this show either, so maybe it's that. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. What do you guys think of Royal Crackers and Fired on Mars? Please let me know down in the comments. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified on when future videos are uploaded. But until then, I will see you later. Bye.